What is up, everyone? I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be looking at the brand new emotes officially revealed in the most recent developer update. If you want to check that out, the link will be in the description, of course, if you haven't seen that yet. But right here below, you can see all of the emotes that are going to be coming to Marvel Snap. The way they're going to be coming hasn't been actually, I don't think, confirmed yet. Essentially, there's going to be some ways to get them through albums, which is going to be, various, levels of getting 3, 6, 9, and 12 variants until you complete an album of that respectable whatever, like a bunch of Venom ones, for example, or whatever. But they'll give more information about those as we go along. Today, I'm not super interested in that specifically. We'll get more information as it goes along. It's whatever. What I want to be able to figure out is, let's see what the best of the best emotes are. And we're going to take a look at them right here, right now. I made this tier list so you can see the different categories. I'm going to go over them real quick for you so we can understand. I'm not doing this typical S to F or D or whatever, right? What I want to do is correctly represent the feelings that will be invoked when these are used against us, okay? We all know Miss Marvel. She's so great. Everyone loves Miss Marvel. But really, a lot of them are viewed as, kind of toxic, except for the fist bump, right? Even the Deadpool one can be viewed as such. So let's see if these fit those categories as well of being toxic. I'm sure a bunch of them will. So we have happily spam is the top of the top. This is where no matter who uses it, in what context, whatever, you're like, it's great. I don't care. I really do not care. Like it is, I'll happily use it. I'm happy to see it. It's more often than not used in a real funny way. And if someone tries to use it in a toxic manner, it doesn't really work. So you can't even get upset about it. So this category is going to be kind of akin to the fist bump, right? If someone spams fist bump at you, you might think they're a little weird, but you're not going to get upset with them. So who cares? Next is good intentions. This tier is going to be the one that represents the emotes that are more often than not used in a good way. Think of it like the Deadpool emote. Usually it's used as a whoopsie, my bad, didn't mean to do that, or I messed up, done goofed, but sometimes it could be used toxic, but mostly, good for fun. Third one is, yep, that's an emote. Just kind of neutral. Like it's there, you'll see it. It doesn't really bother you. It doesn't really make you go haha or whatever. It's just like it's there. These are going to be the ones that are more sparingly used probably, I would imagine. And it's just kind of, whatever. Fourth tier is dodgeball. Got to explain this one a little bit. So I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, but when I was in school, like middle school and high school, we would go out for PE, and oftentimes we would play dodgeball. Now, as I went through my years of middle school and high school, typically what would happen when we would play dodgeball, our coach would basically tell us a very simple rule. Have fun, no headhunting. Headhunting being purposely going after someone's face with the ball. They're hard rubber balls, they hurt, no one wants to get hurt. School, all that good stuff. So that's the rule. Don't do that. If you do go headhunting, dodgeball is taken away for the entire year. You'll never get it back. No exceptions. Well, without fail, every single time, someone goes headhunting on that first game, and we lose dodgeball for the rest of the year. These emotes are the ones that are going to be on the cusp of these can probably be toxic. They're going to wear out their welcome pretty quickly, though. Someone's going to ruin it for everybody. Someone's going to take this and make it what on the surface could be, pretty fine emote that's not going to be super bad, or maybe it's in that, yep, that's an emote category, into, wow, I hate you. Wow. And that leads us to the last tier, muted. That one's self-explanatory. If someone spams this emote at you, you're muting them. Don't want to see it. Get out of here. You suck. You are awful. Very self-explanatory. So let's get started. First one is the collector meme of I offer you a trade. If you haven't seen that before, it's, one of those. I think this is going to be in the good intentions. I almost want to put it in happily spam, but I do think there are going to be some instances where like you're like, oh, you're being a little bit of annoying. I think junk players will use this one a lot in terms of here I'm going to give you I'm a Viper over a hood or Celine or whatever. So I think that one's really fun. But yeah, I think this is good intentions. It's going to be one that's going to be perfectly fine to see. Next we have Loki. I'm gonna put this in. Yup, that's an emote. It's just. It's going to be used nichely, I guess. It's not really super crazy. Like, if I saw someone use that, I wouldn't really feel any kind of way about it. But I don't think it's cute enough or funny enough to be in happily spam. So, you know. Next one is Magneto Star Eye emoji. Now, this might be controversial. And I'm actually going to bunch all the Star Eye emotes with the Wolverine and the Iron Man. And I think that's... I don't know who the last one is here, but I'm putting all of them in. Yep, that's an emote. I know you can use this to be like, oh, that's such a pretty card, like how you can do card emotes and stuff like that, or like I like the variant or whatever. But these don't do anything for me. They don't make me feel any kind of way. I'll probably like fist bump in response to it, but like, whatever. I don't really care. So next, we have Doctor Strange with the classic, is this a meme? I'm not super sure on it. Like, I feel like it could go here, but I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna put it in dodgeball. I do think that someone somehow is gonna use this in a way where you're just like, okay, you're being a dick now. Like, I think... I don't know, it's on the cusp. I can't quite explain how I feel this way about it or why I feel this way about it, but something about it, just the vibe it gives off, makes me go, I think you're going to use it in a bad way. And next is going to be the okay one. This is so close. I think I'm going to put it in muted. I think this one is going to be super toxic when it's used. I think the intentions, like, it's so close to being good intentions. It's so funny. But basically, the okay one you would think is going to be great for those moments where someone is emote spamming you and you hit them with the okay, right? That's what I've seen a lot of, and I agree with that. That's going to be great for those uses in particular. But what I think is going to happen is those people that emote spam, especially if like you play Goliath, for example, they're going to spam you with the okay, or they beat you and they're just going to spam okay. I really think that it's going to be more often than not used in a toxic way. Maybe I'll be wrong, but I think that goes into muted. This one is hilarious. It's Nightcrawler. I'm going to put it in happily spam. I think this is really funny looking. It's just, whoa. I love it. I love this emote. It's great. It's the first one in happily spam. Happy to see it. Colossus. Yep, that's an emote. You're flexing. Cool. Like, if someone does this to be like, I did a cool play or whatever, cool, I guess. I'll never get salty off this one. It just doesn't bother me, and it doesn't make me feel any kind of way. So that's an emote. Professor X, I'm going to say good intentions. You know, just I'm thinking, trying to figure out the play. I like this one. I really don't see it being used as like toxic too much. I guess maybe if you misplay, them spamming you with the Professor X thing can kind of be a little toxic, but like more often than not, I think it's going to be used, like I said, for good intentions. Jeff, immediate top Fably spam. I don't think anything's going to beat this. This is hilarious. I love it. It's Jeff. He's just slurping on some soda, it looks like. Amazing. Can't even be upset with it. Always going to be in the top tier. Groot. Probably also. I mean, it's cute. Put him in happily spam. Again, I don't think this can be used super toxic in any way. If someone just spams the Groot button at me, I'm just going to be like, yeah, I don't mind seeing Groot. That's great. Next, we're going to have Forge. Given the... nice. That's nice. I'm going to put that in Dodgeball. I think it's close to good intentions, but it's going to be used in a way where they nice your misplay, or they nice, whatever. Like they're just going to nice all the bad stuff, right? I think that's what it is. Venom. Yeah, we got to put him in happily spam. Again, when can this be toxic? Genuinely asking, like, when can the Venom be toxic? I love it. Fantastic. Yeah, so Venom goes in happily spam. Moon Girl. Given the big brain. I think that's going to be toxic. I think that's going to be used super toxic. More often than not. And you know what? We're going to lump in leader with that too. I think these, where it's like big brain play, are going to be more often than not used as being toxic. That's what it's just like, I don't know. It feels like a thing that's just going to be more oftenly used in a way that's like, you messed up. Look at the big brain on you kind of thing. So I'm going to put both those in muted. On the flip side of that, even though this is similar, I'm going to say this is good intentions. I think this one's going to be more often used in like that, like, I don't understand what just happened kind of thing. And I really like that. I do think that's going to be more often than not how it's going to be used as a good intention. Now we have Howard the Duck. I'm very torn on this one. Honestly, I'm going to put it in yup, that's an emote. I think it's not going to be really toxic. I think it's not really cute enough. Like, I can see some niche situations which you would use it. But yeah, I think that's just how it is. I mean, he's just Howard. He's fine. I like him, but we're going to put him in yup, that's an emote. And we have Leech. Leech is gonna go in muted. I think, funnily enough, besides Moon Girl, but all of the, villains of Snap are going in here. I think there is some connotation to that. But I think this is just going to be like, again, similar in the same vein of, the big brain play or whatever, in the sarcastic use. I do think Leech is just going to be like, it's more often than not going to invoke some type of negative response to when you see this used against you. I do think Enchantress is dodgeball. I think this is going to be one that's going to be, used for the most part in a nice way, but someone's going to kind of have it catch on where it's like you use it sarcastically, if like you did the thing that helped me because you misplayed or whatever. So yeah, that's dodgeball for me. Another immediate muted with Agatha. This is just Miss Marvel 2.0. Straight up Miss Marvel 2.0. I mean, come on. This getting spammed at you? I mean, I think this goes in the very front, to be honest. I think the OK probably goes in the bottom of it. It's so close to being on the cusp of being dodgeball. You know what? I think OK actually fits more with the dodgeball idea of like I said earlier, it's going to be used a lot as a counter to emote spamming, but eventually it'll probably join the dark side, So let's go with dodgeball, I guess. Oh, speaking of muted, yeah, this is up there. Gonna probably put it right behind Miss Marvel 2.0 with Agatha. Salt Bay, come on. Look at that. That is gonna be just wow. No, I have no reason to explain my thoughts here. You get it. Come on. Heimdall, good intentions, fantastic. I'm gonna try to reorder these a little bit to figure out how I like them. I'm gonna put this at the top of good intentions. I really like this one. It could be used as a funny way for both players. It could be used as a genuine, just like, wow, what just happened kind of thing. So I really like it quite a bit. Goblin. I'm actually putting that in happily spam. That might be a surprise because it's the Goblin, but I don't know. Just something about his face, even if they're trying to be toxic with it and they spam me with the Goblin, his face is too funny. It's too funny for me to care. Genuinely, I don't care. He's so goofy looking. So I gotta put him in happily spam. Drax is very close to, yep, that's an emote for me. almost in good intentions. Like, I get it. Just like, we're going to put them in, like, the top of good. And, yeah, that's an emote. Get that out of there. There we go. And we're actually going to reorder these a little bit. I would have the starry eyes at all the bottom of, yep, that's an emote. So yeah, I think that's just the top. I can see the use. It's not going to really do much for me the majority of the time. Cosmo, number 2, behind Happily Spam. Come on, it's Cosmo. Such a good boy. Look at him go. Look at the sunglasses. Adorable. Can't be mad at that. Even if you're trying to be toxic with it. Again, my idea of Happily Spam is if you're trying to be toxic with it, it's not going to work. Like, it's not going to invoke that negative reaction. Though this is Dodgeball. This is the top of Dodgeball. It's going to be funny for the most part when it's used, but someone's going to have it join the dark side of being super toxic. I guess that actually means that it needs to be towards the top as well. Put that at the bottom of Dodgeball. So yeah, that's how I feel about the old Leonardo DiCaprio meme with Beast. But I love Beast, so, you know. I don't know why, but this invokes a genuine, like, ick, I guess.
Smug aura mocks me.
But I'm going to put it in good intentions. I'm going to put this in good intentions of, like, hello, like, hi. Personally, I look at that and I'm like, it just, something about it, I can see it being used as toxic, but I know that's a me thing and super niche for the most part, so I'm actually going to put that in good intentions. It's going to be used for mostly good. Same goes for Gambit. Also going to be in good intentions. I do like that a lot. So yeah, I'm cool with the Gambit. Next we have, who is that in the fire? It's the yup, this is fine meme. I do think I'm so close to putting this in Happily Spam, because even if you're trying to be toxic about it, I think it's funny. But I do think for the most part, probably towards the top of good intentions. I do think for the most part it's going to be fine, but there will be some toxic uses. Black Widow, that's just it's an emote. I just can't see that being toxic. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't make me feel any way, but it's also not like I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care about it. You know, I'm actually going to put She-Hulk in muted. Right at the bottom of muted. I do think it's one of the more tame ones, but this is going to get old when people emote it at you. I think it's going to be mostly used as being toxic. I don't think there's very many scenarios in which this is used in a genuine, like, nice way. I think for the most part, if someone spams this at you, they're trying to be a dick. And last, we have Jubilee. And I'm going to put that right around there for Dodgeball. It's another one where I think it's going to be used with good intentions at first, but I think it can delve into a bit more toxicity as we go along. So here's my list. Here is the tier list with all the wonderful emotes. Let me know what you guys think. I really love all of these, regardless of how they're going to be used. I think this is awesome that they're being introduced into the game. More emotes is wonderful. And the overall just flexibility of having all these options to choose from. And I know the way you get them are going to probably be monetized in some way, but hopefully they make them a much more accessible type of cosmetic to acquire. But in general, I'm happy to see these. I think they're awesome, and I can't wait for you guys to tell me what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think I have this right with my tier list? Do you think you're okay with anything in Happily Spam? You're fine with seeing them no matter what. They are funny. You don't care. Like, or do you think all the ones in muted actually belong in muted? Should they be the ones that are treated as super toxic and awful and gross and all this stuff? So again, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.